Good morning. I welcome you all for today's class, single slope ADC. So in the previous class we have discussed about what is analog communication and what is digital communication, as well as the converters like ADC and DAC. ADC is analog to digital conversion and DAC is digital to analog conversion. So now we are going to discuss about single slope type ADC. So there are two types in ADC, one is direct type and another one is indirect type. The single slope type and dual slope type comes under integrated type. So here the analog data are not directly converted into digital data. First they are converted into a voltage or frequency response and then they are converted into digital form. This is why the reason it is named as integrated type ADC. But it is not like that in direct type. In direct type, the data are directly converted from analog to digital. But here we are going for an integration process. And here employs a ramp signal which linearly increases or decreases. That means we have a slight slope in this function. That is why it is named as single slope ADC. So this is the circuit diagram, that is block diagram of our single slope ADC, which consists of clock, gate, comparator, ramp generator, control circuit, then counter, latches and 7-segment display. The very first initially the ramp generator started to reset the circuit. Once it is reset, initially the value will be 0. So that initial value will be given as an input to comparator. So two inputs will be given to comparator. One is from analog input, another one is from ramp generator. So the comparator compares the two input and produces an output as one of the input to the gate, AND gate. So for this AND gate, one input will be from comparator result and another input will be from clock. So here coming as a final main thing in this single slope is, in the direct type we don't use clock, but in this integrated type we are using clock. This is the main difference between the direct type ADC and indirect type ADC, integrated type ADC. So here for this AND gate, one input will be given by the clock and another input is from the comparator. So both the inputs will be given to the AND gate, and we know the function of as clock. Initially we used to give high input 1. So in two inputs we know the function of AND gate. Thus if any one of your input is high, the output will be high. So automatically our AND gate output will be high and your AND gate circuit starts to open. Your circuit is open. So once the AND gate circuit is open, the counter starts to count. So the comparator will be keep on comparing and the data will be shared. It will be forwarded to counter and the counter starts counting until our reference voltage exceeds the ramp generator input. That is, if your Vi is greater than Vg, then automatically the limit is 1 volt. The voltage limit is 1 volt. If it exceeds, then the counter stops and this ramp generator parallelly resets the latches also. So the data here will be decoded and the analog data will be converted into digital data, and the same output will be displayed in the digital form by using this 7-segment display. This is all about the function of single slope type ADC. And coming to features, it always compares with reference voltage and it has a ramp signal and the time is proportion and it uses digital counter. And advantages of this single slope is it has high accuracy, wide input range and low sensitivity noise. And disadvantage of the single slope and as well as dual slope is it has clock drift, component sensitivity is high, it reacts to temperature effects and calibration drift, and it also has speed limitations. Finally, the application of both single slope and dual slope converter is it is used for accurate measurement of physical quantities such as temperature, pressure and light intensity, and it is also employed in medical monitoring equipment to convert psychological signals into digital data for analysis as well as to display, and it is found in devices which require A to D conversion such as digital cameras and audio equipment. Yes, these are all about single slope ADC. Thank you.